Greetings, everybody. Gonna find how do you do. It's kind of a vlog, I guess, what I'm gonna be doing now, and some random stuff. By now, you've probably heard Diamond Comics Distributors is shutting down operations, so that means that no new comic books, at least for the foreseeable future. You probably will get them once this all blows over, but who knows when that's going to be. I mean, this thing might last into the summer, and I'm worried about the long-term effects, especially on the comic book stores. There's a lot of stores right now that are having a hard time, surviving. And what's going to happen now that they're not, they're not getting the customers? They have to close their stores because there's just not enough business, and they probably still have to pay rent. So there's probably a lot of stores that might not return. Don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen with all this stuff. But Diamond Comics is closing down. And that's one of the problems I always said with the monopolization of the distribution system. If there were other distributors out there doing in the comic book business, distributing the magazines, and we might have a better chance at survival in the long run and maybe in the short term. But I don't know. It's kind of a mess right now, a big mess. Yeah, and good way to protect yourself. You should be wearing masks if you go out and you're around other people, because the World Health Organization has already said that this coronavirus can survive in the air in droplets, for up to 3 hours. And the people that are most at risk are probably the healthcare workers, in hospitals and nursing homes and clinics and so forth. There's not enough masks to go around. The N95 mask. That's what Rangersley pointed out in the last video that I did, because I was suggesting that people, if they have these kind of masks, they can put them on and put your gator mask like this over, over it like that. But that's at least a general precautionary measure. Not everybody can buy these N95 masks, and as a matter of fact, there are no masks available anywhere. I mean, I got a lot of them because we bought these things months before this coronavirus even hit, because that's what I do. I stock up on things like this because I always worry in the event that something might happen. I want to have stuff ready. So I don't know. But another thing what you can do, if you can't get a hold of masks, you can go to your Dollar Tree and pick up some dishcloths. They're made out of 75% cotton to clean dishes with. You can put these like that and use these here. These head wraps. You can buy that there too for $1. Let me show you. You can just put this over your head, 2 of them, underneath your nose and on your chin over here, or just above your nose and your chin there. Goes over your head. It holds that in place. Or you can, if you got these gator scarves, headwear, you can put it underneath, and you don't need these. But that's just a suggestion, because the masks are getting hard to get, and healthcare workers are particularly at risk, and if they start getting sick, you know, what's going to happen then? Another thing, believe it or not, are and this is going to be hilarious to a lot of you, but maxi pads. You just take off the plastic, you know, on the one end there's plastic. You take that off to make it breathable, and then you put it over your face like that, and it acts as a good, catches a lot of bacteria and germs, and I think it'll trap that virus just as well as a N95 mask. You can put it underneath the gator mask, or use it with this, like that. There's a lot of different things you can do to protect yourself. At the very least, you know, things like this will at least make you not touch your face, because, you know, everybody touches their face. They go like this, or they're going like this, or they got a scratch up here or whatever, but this will remind you not to do that. And if you do, you're doing it on the mask. And then when you get home, you know, what I do with these is I wash them. Hot water, soak them in hot water, and soap for about an hour or so, and then I rinse them in hot water so they can be reused. Another thing, let's see here, hand sanitizer. I've been making my own too, using isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, 70% or better. And here I have this because I use this for my cigars. I ordered it online. You can't see it there. It's a propylene glycol. You mix that with the alcohol and you got hand sanitizer. Right now, I think what I'm going to do is get myself a coffee or something back there, and I will return with some comic books to show you here. Some recent releases that are keys. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. 19 hours later, I had a case of low blood pressure. Probably from mixing two medications, you know, my my high blood pressure pill, and a pain medication that caused the low blood pressure. And it was making me feel like nauseated, and I felt dizzy, like I was going to pass out. So I'm back 19 hours later, but it's a good thing, because now I can have coffee at the appropriate time during the day. And oh, I love this coffee. This is called Aroma Coffee. I showed it to you before. That's what I'm going to be making back there. I'm going to open it so you can smell the aroma in this hermetically sealed container. Oh yeah. Ooh, just smell that. Ooh. This is coffee that's been pulverized. Can you tell? See how smooth it is? Smooth as a baby's butt. And it's local too. I'm sure you can get it on the internet. Probably pay more for it. I got this at, actually my wife bought it at Stop and Shop for $5.99. Was on sale. Usually it's around $8. But let me go brew some of this right now. And I'm back. Here's my coffee. Yeah, it's good stuff. That aroma, Turkish blend. Now, getting back, there's one other thing, a couple other things I wanted to show you for this this whole coronavirus thing. I mean, we have been, you know, have a back stock of a lot of this kind of stuff, because this is even before the virus started. Every October, November, we end up going on a spree for the essential survival stuff, you know, during the month of October and November. And that's a lot of the stuff that we picked up. A lot of it's out in the North Woods at this other place. But let's see here. Oh, that figures maybe under the garbage. Got whole boxes of supplies. Boxes of rubber gloves, sanitized rubber gloves, and these we've had. This stuff we've had. This is going in the second year now, so this is way before the coronavirus. These masks. I have 5 of these. And they're from 3M, and we got like 50 boxes of this, 50 times 10. These are the N95 filters that we use to put into these cartridges. Actually, they go over this cartridge itself, actually. Let me show you that. Go back. See, they go into this. This is like double the protection, and they would fit over this. I mean, this is like blocks out 100% of any virus and germs, coronavirus or any other, except maybe mustard gas. So that's how that works. And then we have extra these. When you get back home, these filters are taken off, thrown out, and then replaced with new ones. The plastic too. We have 50 of these plastic things. We just throw them out. So, speaking of these cartridges, they come off like this. But these can last up to several months with the use of these. But and I think I got extra ones. I put them in a lunchbox. I was messing around with my lunchboxes. I think it's in here. Let's see what could fit in there. Oh wait, it's not in here. No. I thought it was in my Yogi lunchbox. The thing I had when I was a kid. Can barely read it anymore, but this was my original lunchbox. I did it. I wrote over that so many times. So it has the old address on it. You can barely make it out, but it's there. They used to call me John. That's my name in English, John. Where the hell did it go? It's not in there. Oh, for goodness sakes. I hate it when this happens. Oh. I had the wrong lunchbox. It's Porky's lunch wagon. Isn't it beautiful? Except it doesn't have the original thermos in there. The thermos I use is the space thermos. I forgot what this one is called again. I have the lunchbox for this too. I was just trying to see what can fit in there. I fooled around and put these things in there. I don't know. Isn't that a cool lunchbox? Look at how well the bottom was kept. I have my original too. This is not my original, but I got this because the original one that I have, the whole bottom is all ruined on it. But I still have my original. It's from 1959, 1960. And I think it was probably my first lunchbox. Very cool. But anyway, oh, the good old days of those lunch boxes and trying to hide your comic books in there. Believe me, we tried. This is the, oh, these are the filters I was talking about that I just showed you on there. Now, this is stuff that we bought, like I said, months ago. This is over, we've had this for over a year. The last time in, a year and a half, the last time in October. 18, I think. But I guess it's a good thing that we just order have all this stuff, you know. I mean, it's just I'm just like kind of a semi-survivalist, I guess. You know, I always think that the worst can happen, and I want to be prepared. So yeah. That's what we did. So I'm glad we have it now, for sure. My wife thought I was a little crazy, but when I first started buying this stuff, she doesn't think so no more, though. And neither does anybody else. At least I don't think anybody else does. Well, maybe some people do. But, so there's that. Could have some more of this coffee. What am I gonna do? Oh, let me show you the comic books. And there's oh, I had a, what is this? I think this is Night Tiger. Sorry. Yeah, see, we're doing a show. No, that's not that one. Where is he? That's, he just got me on Instagram. I just talked with Night Tiger in between these clips. He called me. We're going to do a show, a live show on this Sunday. What did he say here? We had it planned for Sunday, I think 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see here. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm going to be talking with him tonight. And we're going to talk probably a lot about a lot of different things, but primarily we are going to be talking about state of the industry and all that, considering the coronavirus and Diamond Distributors shutting down. No new comics for the foreseeable future, and we don't know how long it's going to last, but I think we're going to rebound. The comic book industry will rebound. It always has, but I don't think it's been this bad since, I don't know. I don't want to say since 1955 or 1957 when we had that distribution problem, but pretty close to it. You know, 1957 was when American News Agency or American News Company, they folded, just suddenly went kaput, and everybody, a lot of the comic book companies went out of business. Some of them scrambled to get other distributors, like Dell, and who else was there? Atlas Comics had to go depend on DC and their oppressive distribution system. They would only allow Atlas / Marvel to have eight titles, 8 comic books. But I think Marvel got around that a little bit by, that's how come we ended up with the what do you call it, with the Tales to Astonish. Had 2 titles in it. It was one comic book, but it still had 2 titles in it. Tales of Suspense, and then Strange Tales. We had 2 different things going on in there with Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Doctor Strange. So they were sneaking around that, getting more titles in than they were supposed to. But it was a bad. I think, you know, it very well could be as bad as then. I don't know. I hope not. But a lot of companies, I think, are going to be going. A lot of comic book stores, not companies, but stores are going to be closing up that are not going to reopen, because how in the world are they going to be able to do it if they've already been struggling to begin with? So we'll just have to see, and we'll talk more about it on Night Tiger Comics Sunday night, this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Now let me show you some books. Some of the stuff, what I got recent. This is recent. These are recent releases, and they are also keys. Let's see here. We got. This is good to have. I had for the past few days I had a slipped disc. Man, was that painful. I've been taking medication for it, and I mean not medication. I've been taking painkillers for it, but it's been hard for me to do almost anything, man, because it was hard for me to walk. Now I can, you know, walk a little better. But man, I took Norco with as a, you know, the painkiller Norco for my lower back usually, and then the slip disc on top of it, so I usually try to avoid. See how I just touched my nose? That's why when you're wearing one of these, where the hell is it? You're wearing one of these, like I showed you, around your neck, and then it covers your nose like that. It gets in the habit of touching this and not your face, you know. And I really don't touch my eyes because I got my glasses on. So that's another good thing to consider. Maybe it won't protect you 100% against the Wuhan coronavirus, but it'll help keep you from touching your face. Consider that. Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen. This is number 3. This is the first full appearance of, what do they call it? I haven't even read this yet. Punchline. Another one. First full appearance. Punchline. And then her actual first appearance in the form of a couple of cameos in the same comic is Batman 89. So I picked this up. And this has got some nice artwork in it. Gorgeous artwork. I love the artwork in here. Man, just take a look at this. Let me, I mean, I can't offhand recall who the artist is. Oh yeah, alright. Gilliam March and Danny Mickey? I don't know. Here, I can't, never really heard of that guy. See right there where my finger is? Since I never heard of him, it could be Danny Mickey or Danny Mackay, I don't know. And Gilliam March, but just gorgeous artwork here, man. I mean, this is also the first appearance of the what's his name? Christ's sake. Look at it. Look at the artwork in here. Aren't that beautiful? The designer is the guy's name. I haven't read this book yet either, but I intend to probably read it tonight. Here he is, folks. Why am I having such a problem trying to focus now? Oh. Maybe some more. This has already been out, so. Well, anyway, that's 89. That's the, what cover is this? Tony Daniel did the cover, did this cover. Let's see, and then we got the regular cover. I think this is the regular cover. I forget. This is the Yeah, this is the regular cover because the other one was the cardstock cover. Some gorgeous artwork there. If I don't get that focus just right, it won't work. Tony Daniels cover. So, if he did that cover, then I don't know who did the variant cover. Well, anyway, that's the variant cover. That's really nice too. Nice cardstock. So you got 89, the variant cover with the first appearance of the new villain, the designer, and it has the 2 cameo appearances in here of first appearance of Punchline. She's there, and then she's in another panel as well. Okay, I picked up 88. That's the just a cardstock variant. And I also have 86. Cardstock variant, and 87. The cardstock variant. Then I also picked up this because I saw Mike almost gave away his whole name. Mike from the Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. I forget which cover he showed, but he did show Captain America, the end, and I don't really pick up Captain America anymore because it's just too many comic books, and I lost interest in the character when they killed him off, after they killed him off, and they did all sorts of stuff with him, and I don't know, I just lost interest, and I wouldn't even have picked this up, Captain America, the end. The artwork in here is just it's Eric Larson. Can you believe that? Can you believe Eric Larson did the artwork in here? I mean, it's just, I don't like it. You know Eric Larson from Savage Dragon? I tell you, I do not like this artwork. It's not horrible, but I just don't like it. And I wouldn't have picked this up except for the fact that when I saw Mike, the Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, he pointed something out here. It was a big boo-boo. I mean, a really big boo-boo. I don't see how they can have made this mistake. So it's either a misprint, or somebody just didn't know what the hell that they were doing. They decided to give Stan Lee credit More credit than he deserves once again. Everybody knows that he had nothing to do with Captain America. That was Joe Simon and Jack Kirby created Captain America, and even they borrowed the idea. I don't want to say stole the idea, but they borrowed the idea heavily from MLJ's. See, I did it again. MLJ's, which is Archie Comics. Their character was the Shield. So they copied it off the Shield. I mean, or were inspired. I'm sorry, I didn't, inspired, I guess. But the two characters, Captain America and the Shield, were so much alike, it was just pathetic. If you look at the original characters, the original Captain America even had the same shield that was used by the Shield from MLJ. And MLJ had that character out for a whole year before Captain America. As a matter of fact, they threatened a lawsuit if they at least didn't give him a different shield, and they did. I think by the second or third issue, Captain America was sporting a round shield, which worked out a lot better anyway. They could do a lot more with that shield, a rounded shield, than that triangular shield that he originally had. And I think it was the second or third issue, I don't know. Had some cream. But, so yeah, I don't know, this misprint. I got the two different versions of it, two different covers. I like, no, wait a minute. I like this cover here with the Red Skull. Do like the cover. And Eric Larson did the cover, but I don't know, the interior art that he did on it, I just didn't thrill me. But I picked it up. And oh, there's some other stuff here. What is this? This is oh, one more thing. What I got here is Year of the Villain, Detective Comics number 1014. This is the first appearance of Mrs. Freeze as the villainous Mrs. Freeze, I should say. The first appearance of the villainous Mrs. Freeze. So you might want to check that out. Detective 1014. And I have a package. I didn't get a chance to open this yet, and I think, find out in a minute, I think I got the other cover to that in here. Oh, yes I do. Two other covers. Two. Let's see, what is this? 1014. Here's the other cover. First appearance of the villainous Mrs. Freeze. So, oops, don't fall down. Well, that'll about do it because it's gone on long video here, man. And I shall hope to see you guys tuning in on this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time at Nightiger Comics. We're going to do a live show, and I think there's going to be some other people on there. The King of Comicdom, and I think Metarog, I'm not sure. Somebody had to cancel, and so I don't know. But we'll let you know more by the weekend. Alright? Thanks a lot for watching, people. Sorry it was so long. Take care. Live long, be well.